Today we are going to be recapping basic angle facts and calculating angles formed within parallel lines. Our first learning objective is to recognize basic angle facts, angles at a point on a straight line. Our second learning objective is to understand FC and Z angles, finding angles formed within parallel lines. Finally, our third learning objective is to complete a GCSE question. Step 1 is to learn the vocabulary associated with this topic. Step 2 is to recap basic angle facts. Step 3 is to find angles formed within parallel lines. Step 4 is to solve real GCSE questions. Parallel lines are lines in a plane which do not meet. That is, two straight lines in a plane that does not intersect at any point are said to be parallel. Corresponding angles. The angles which occupy the same relative position at each intersection where a straight line crosses two others. Alternate angles are two angles not adjoining one another, that are formed on opposite sides of a line that intersect with two other lines. Adjacent angles are angles that have a common side and a common vertex, and don't overlap. Supplementary angles are simply two angles that add up to 180 degrees. They don't have to be next to each other, just as long as the total is 180 degrees. Angles on a straight line always add up to 180 degrees. Take a look at this example. To find the missing angle, all we have to do is subtract 56 degrees from 180 degrees. This gives us the missing angle, 124 degrees. Angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. Take a look at this example. To find the missing angle, all we have to do is subtract the angles we do know from 180 degrees. In this example, we need to subtract 64 plus 57 degrees from 180 degrees. When we do this, we get the answer 59 degrees. Vertically opposite angles are equal. There's no maths in this example. All we have to do is read the opposite angles to get the answers. So angle A must be 50 degrees, and angle B must be 130 degrees. Angles around a point add up to 360 degrees, just like a circle. To find the missing angle in our example, all we have to do is subtract the angles that we do know from 360 degrees. So the answer is going to be 360 degrees minus 81 add 46 add 167 degrees. This gives us the answer 66 degrees. Here you can see two parallel lines that are cut by another line. This line is called the transversal. When this happens, the corresponding angles are congruent. Here you can see that angle D and angle H are the same. They form an F shape. Here are some other F shapes and their corresponding angle properties. D and H are the same angle. C and G are the same angle. B and F are the same. And A and E are also the same angles. Here the relationship between D and F is that they add up to 180 degrees. They form a C shape. Here are two C shapes. The interior angles D and F add up to 180 degrees. The interior angles C and E add up to 180 degrees. C and F are the same size angle. These are called alternate angles. They form a Z shape. Here are two Z shapes. Alternate angles C and F are equal. Alternate angles D and E are equal. Here is our first example. The question asks, what is the size of angle X and Y The answer is 46 degrees, and the reason is because they are alternate angles, and they form a Z shape, so they must be the same. In this example, we want to find the missing angle Y and explain why. The answer is 134 degrees, because they are corresponding angles and form an F shape, which means that they must be the same. In this example, we need to find the missing angle Z and explain why. The answer is 35 degrees, because these interior angles form a C shape, and that means that both angles when added together must equal 180 degrees. In this GCSE question, Part A asks us, work out the value of x. This angle lies on a straight line, so we know that the total must be 180 degrees. Simply subtracting 126 degrees from 180 degrees will give us the answer. Here, our answer is 54 degrees. In Part B, we need to work out the value of y and give a reason for our answer. We know that the angles inside a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So, if we add up the angles we know and then subtract from 180 degrees, this will tell us the value of the missing angle. Our answer is 61 degrees. In this question, we need to find the angle A. It would be easy to calculate angle A if we knew the other angle inside the triangle at the bottom. But we don't know what it is at the moment. If you look at the diagram, you should be able to see an F shape, so the corresponding angle must also be 67 degrees. Now you should be able to see that this angle is on a straight line, so we can now calculate the angle inside the little triangle at the bottom. 180 degrees minus 67 degrees gives us 113 degrees. Finally, we can now calculate angle A. To do this, we take 180 degrees and subtract 113 plus 42 degrees, and that gives us our answer, 25 degrees. In this question, we need to find the missing angles x and y. Firstly, when we look at the triangle part of the diagram, we can see that we have been given two of the interior angles of the triangle. So, all we have to do is subtract those angles from 180 degrees to give us the answer 35 degrees. Next, when we look at the rest of the diagram, you should also be able to see that there's another F shape. This means that angle Y must be 74 degrees. There is no calculation required. So that's it for today. Please remember to check out YouTube for all the videos that are related to our lessons. And also, don't forget to check Google Classroom that has all the practice material and the quick practice tests. Thank you. See you next time.